every time. Here it is!
Yeah!
And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is
That's
proud
me.
to present to you, recording
It
from
is.
an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut. It's Chris Burns. It's Chris Lynch. This is Dysfunction Junction.
Do not
What
adjust
up?
your sets. We are on live on the Facebook, on the YouTubes, and for whatever reason, it allows these three ugly mugs to be in your face right now.
Those two. This one right there.
This one?
You are seriously taking yourself off the ugly train right now,
I can
Frankenstein?
take. Hold on, I'll take both of you off the ugly train. Watch.
You don't want
watch.
to do that because I'm
Watch.
about to
I have new powers. I bought a subscription to StreamYard. I can ban anybody from the show. Watch.
You may as well go ahead and do it before I say welcome to Dysfunction Junction.
Fuck yeah.
My name is Chris Burns. Across the room and in the studio tonight, my co-host.
Chris Lynch?
He just sounded like a Muppet when he did that. Can you do that again? Thank you.
Ooh,
Righty
very
ho.
nice.
This is my, ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, Elmo. And across the nation in the home office from Poop Hole, Colorado, Michael
Way over
Big
there.
Herm Herman.
What is up, everybody out there watching?
How the fuck you
Yeah.
guys doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing
good, man.
all
We're
right.
good.
This weekend was better than last, don't you think?
Oh, a little bit. I think we all slept a little bit better.
I slept better. I wasn't.
Probably.
Yeah.
I wasn't angry.
I wasn't angry at anybody. It
No,
was a
that-
pretty good weekend.
That's
That
why I
one
said
animal-
that.
Well, you know what? It wasn't that I was angry. I wasn't confused as to why somebody was angry at me.
Non-committal is still non-committal.
That's right. Not an answer is an answer.
Exactly.
Live, laugh,
Avoidance.
live, laugh, love.
Is it like that no means yes bullshit?
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No.
seriously?
Yeah. No means yes. I know the rules. It's just playing hard to get.
Oh my God! Listen. to
Why do you have a
guys.
shovel in the back seat?
Don't
Don't
you
worry about
it.
that.
We're going gardening at midnight.
You need to worry about the knife in the front seat.
No, you worry about the plastic bags, the tarp, and the bungee cords. You don't worry
Yeah.
about the shovel.
Not
the
the
line.
shovel. Right. It's
No.
the bungee cords and the zip ties that you got to worry about.
The shovel's the least of your worries. Mr. Gacy, where are we going? Don't worry about it. Just-
We're going to go have a job interview.
What's up with the 5 buckets of gallons of oil, lube here?
I just
That's
want to
not-
take your picture,
that's-
and then I'll let you go.
That's not lube.
Just go.
I'll give you $50.
Oh my God! We may as well
And that-
just start off right away.
We might as well start off with why these people are going to wonder why we're sick. But
Some of them
we're
already
gonna
know because
they
I've
know, but
talked
we're
to a
gonna
whole bunch of people, and that Dahmer docuseries, fan-fucking-tastic, amazing.
Agreed. I'm not going to lie. I felt it was several stories within a story.
Right.
I felt it was the more in-depth look of the actual shit that Dahmer did, and then I felt that there was the Glenda story, and I also felt that there was a Lionel story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, multiple stories going on. Usually not a fan of the 1971, then 1982, then 1963.
When it
But
skip
for
around.
and the skip around, I'm usually a lot. Pulp Fiction was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
And then like, oh wait, I have to edit the fucking movie in my head. Hold on. This movie you didn't have to edit the movie. It
It kind of worked.
kind of flowed as to
Yeah.
he was talking about something, and then you saw the scene in 77 as to how it went down and what the real story was. And
Right.
I thought it was a really, really good series. I thought it was done really, really well.
I think it's one of the best I've seen in quite a few years. And Ryan Murphy from Nip Tuck, he created Nip Tuck, American Horror Story.
Yep.
He produced that series. And if you've ever seen American Horror Story, a couple seasons are really,
Yeah, well,
really good.
I'm
And
a
that- yeah,
fan
that-
of that series depending on the season. I thought season 1 was fucking phenomenal.
Season 1 and
All right,
the one with the
season
first-
2 with was it Dylan McDermott or
The House.
Yeah.
I like that one.
That was all right. 3 and 4 got a little hokey and got a little weird.
3 was the circus, right?
Yep. 3
I
got a
like
little
3.
3. I thought 3 got a little like they were reaching.
Yeah. The one about the election recently.
Yeah.
I couldn't even stomach that one.
No, it just kind of was. No, it just there wasn't enough there for me for the story
No.
for me to hold. I could go through any of the gore that they wanted. It was just I did not. The story just wouldn't hold me. But back to the Dahmer thing. I thought it was done really well. The guy that played him,
Really good.
Oh
yeah, like creepily good. Like, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine the amount of videotape that this guy had to watch in order to not even method act, in order to just hopefully recreate and as carefully recreate as he could that person. Like,
Well, that goes back to, if you want to go way back, when they made the first Helter Skelter movie, and Stephen Railsback played Charles Manson and nailed it. I mean, he was on fucking fire.
Yeah, like to the point where like I felt the acting on this was the same way that Kilmer did it in the Doors movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Total
like,
commitment.
well, total commitment to the point where Kilmer came in and brought in a tape of him singing all the Doors songs and
Well,
played
like
it.
Austin Butler with Elvis.
Right, and the producer on the movie was listening to it, was like, "Why are you playing this album from the Doors on me?" And Kilmer was like, "That's not Morrison, that's me."
Yeah.
And they were like, "You're sold. You're in."
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You got the job.
Yeah, excellent movie. I thought it was great. I mean, I'm not great as in like what the actual story was. I thought the way the movie was put together and it flowed well was just exceptional.
And you had said it the other night. It's equal parts like gory, visceral gore, and then equal parts.
Right, but the visceral gore is what were you going to say?
I was going to say, to your point, Lynch, is that I saw this a lot like Scarface. It's not what you saw.
It's what was implied. Right. It goes.
See him actually, like, cutting dudes' biceps.
No, but you saw drips of blood coming off a hand. I felt it was done very well. I thought it was done very much to the point of the way that old movies were done. Before we had everybody's tits, ass, and vagina hanging out in the movies,
you never see a bad thing.
Well, sometimes it can be,
especially if it's a Disney movie.
The difference, yeah, that definitely. I think the difference is, watching the negligee hit the floor around from the mid thigh to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Can be much more.
It leaves a lot to the imagination.
Yes, and your imagination fills in some amazing things that just seeing her whip out her tits and doesn't do.
You can have the love scene from Top Gun, or you can have Pornhub.
Right.
Give me the love scene from Top Gun.
Right.
Her form,
mm-hmm.
And the moon shimmying off of her skin and all.
Right, and like you catch like just a little bit of, you catch just the moon hitting just right on a couple of curves.
Yeah,
and some like this lower back and
full disclosure, we were all in our teens. If we got shadow nip, we were good.
I'm looking for a box of Kleenex right now.
Let's be honest. We're the generation that learned how to watch porn while scrambled.
Yes,
and decipher it.
What you do is we
had
index
card.
The tits were on the bottom of the screen, and the ass was on the top, and there was a squiggly line in the middle, and you put it together in your head, and you knew what you were watching. It was blue and purple, but you didn't care.
The first woman you ever saw naked, you thought had a squiggle line.
You were waiting for the squiggle line to happen. Like, why is there boobs on top?
Your pussy's straight. What the fuck is this? I want the squiggle. This ain't what I paid for.
How come your shit goes up and down and not sideways like everything I see on TV?
Herm knows this story. I'll tell it to Lynch.
Tell it. I'm gonna go grab a beer.
Before asshole. Before I give my take on Dahmer, he's heard this story. There was a dude I knew years ago, and we told him if you ever go to Korea, Korean vagina goes sideways, and he completely bought it. Eventually, ended up in the military, going to Korea, and then calling each and every one of us, bitching us out because we lied to him. I mean, he probably was a virgin till he was 25. One of those real believes in the abstinence and chastity, and you get
Oh,
married.
good
And
for
then,
him.
exactly,
Like, very good for him.
exactly. But I guess somebody took him to a strip club in Korea, and when he saw that Korean vagina does not go sideways, he was angry and shit.
Well, how do you make a bikini that goes like that?
It's Korean; they'll make it. Don't worry about it.
It's like dental floss and 2 Band-Aids. Like, come on.
Right. Oh, and everybody, don't forget, and I'm going to repeat myself as we get more viewers. If you want to comment, do so. We'll get it on the tube. We'll get it on the Facebook. We'll be able to answer you live.
Yeah, like if you have a
as we
question,
record.
Question,
Exactly.
comment, concern. This
So,
call may be recorded.
wow, listen to you. Call Center McGee over here.
so like if somebody shows up, then all of a sudden it's like,
Wow, Dysfunction
Wow.
Junction Show says, fuck you.
Fuck you.
who
We're
the
not saying
fuck
that
do
to
they
you
think?
guys.
No, we're just
Go fuck myself.
go fuck myself. It's masturbation. Yes.
I'm gonna test it too.
Take-
And one other thing you have to do is if it gives you the option, it's gonna ask you to allow StreamYard to use your name so we can identify you and your question.
Absolutely.
So do
Who do
all
we,
the
who do we
right
have
things.
for viewers? Do we have?
I don't know if it tells us who's watching. We appreciate
Are
it very much
are
if
either
you
one of
tell
you
us.
two watching?
I am.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So because
It's us.
fuck, I'm already talking to you assholes.
Multitask, Herm.
Because as the person running the show on the thing, I don't see who the viewers are, but it tells me that there's 2 watching on Dysfunction Junction on Facebook and nobody watching on YouTube.
Again, it's going to be a process. People.
No,
never
I know that. I
what's
know that.
going
I'm just talking more along the lines of it lets me know when you guys are out there. Korean vagina goes sideways. That has to go up. I'm just saying that.
That was the story I just told him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Burns reports that Korean vagina does go sideways.
Well, it doesn't, and Eric Parker found that out years ago.
It does for $14 in a third world country. Just saying.
There you go. So, all right. I guess my take on the series, I loved it. I thought I knew a lot of the details. There were some that came in, and you're just like, God, this is intense.
Yes, I did too. There was a couple of details like, I didn't know about the people that he killed at his grandmother's house.
I
didn't
didn't
know
either.
about that either.
I had no idea. I knew about the people in the apartment. I knew about people he had killed and done things to other places, but I had no idea about that he literally brought people in and killed them right there while his grandmother was sleeping.
Yeah.
Like the fuck.
Yeah, that's a bit sick. Okay, it's a lot sick. Let's be clear. But yeah, the stuff I learned watching that, and then we'd all heard the story of him getting killed in jail by Christopher Scarver.
Right.
I never heard what he said.
To have the words. Well, we're going by on this, and we're going by accounts that Chris gave.
Mhm.
That's what he said and how it went down. But yeah, to actually see a visualization of what we just saw as Jeffrey Dahmer beaten to death in prison, because that's basically the line that we got at that age. We didn't really pay attention to the article. We were just like, Dahmer got whacked.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you might have known it happened when he was on a cleaning detail. You didn't know where. You knew the perpetrator. You knew the victim. But
Right. Well, they went down. Yeah, and they got into the point where like he pulled up somehow. He pulled duty. They dropped him off. The fucking guard left. He killed the dude in the bathroom. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
He killed another guy just to kill Dahmer.
no witnesses. It's like the mafia, but different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I wasn't sure, I got to be honest, when I was watching it after we saw the whole trial, I wasn't sure where the movie was going after like we'd seen it, like basically everything from like 6 on was not the quote unquote Dahmer story. There was, again, like I said, that was
You got Glenda's story.
yeah, I wasn't sure
about
where they were going with Glenda,
Lionel.
and I thought they did it well. I was afraid they were going to go way super woke folk, and that direction. And I know that Jesse Jackson was involved with all of that,
Mhm.
and I know I thought they did a good job portraying the fact that yeah, he moved into an underserved poor neighborhood as a hunting ground, and yes, the Milwaukee police totally fucked up.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad they went as far as they did, and I'm glad they didn't take it and make it the center point of the movie. It became a sub story about Glenn. Almost that was you saw Brenda's getting wrecked, and then you saw the catharsis after that.
And what I like where you're going with that, because I saw it as a tale. It was 2 stories in one. You had what was going on in apartment 215 with
13.
Jeffrey Dahmer, 213, and then
213,
go one door down to Glenda's place.
right? In 215, you had
The screams, the smell.
the fucking the smell,
The 14-year-old running out of the apartment.
weird shit happening. Fucking power tools at 2:30 in the morning. A drill,
Yeah.
an electric knife, carving knife, like
Yeah.
and at the end you hear him. There's one part just slow. There's a part where I know, and I'm sure some of you have used a circular saw, and
Yeah.
you all know that the sound that they used for that movie was a circular saw going through shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
know that. You know, you hear it, you recognize it. It's like knowing the sound when a Dodge starts. It's like a Dodge
Yeah.
starter. It's a distinct
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
Like he's literally running skill saws in there and cutting bodies up.
And to live next to that and not know exactly, you think you know what's going on, but you're not sure. Then the deal with the 14-year-old, and then that one dude who gets away, and it ultimately ends this all.
Yeah.
Right.
When we got to that point and it started to break down, Lionel's episode, Glenda's episode, the trial, I thought to myself, if they don't show or at least touch on, even briefly, him dying in prison, I'd have been hot. I'd have been upset. I'd have been texting you guys at 3:30 in the morning over this.
Yeah, well, I felt that was part of closure of the story.
Yeah, but you've seen stories like this, like some of the movies they've made about Gacy, where you don't see, like, I don't know, I can't believe they tied Gacy in with this.
That was mine. They
execution.
totally strolled it in. Well, because and I understand how it worked. They weaved Gacy from 77 in, and then because back then, what was it, 91, 92? That's when Gacy was executed.
Got
And
those
then
3 injections.
and then the tie-in with that we didn't the tie-in on the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's baptized and rebirthed literally this almost to the minute that Gacy is executed.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Like that was, nobody ever revealed that shit.
No,
That was the first time I'd ever even thought or about how that went down.
So if we had to give it, I don't know, we'll call it 5 stars being maximum. I'll start with Lynch. Lynch, where are you going with this?
I like the way the series was done. It's typical Ryan Murphy, kind of throws curveballs at you all the time. I feel there's a whole bunch of stories being told there. You've got the main 3, Dahmer, Glenda, and to me the Laotian family lost their son. Then you also have the black kid he killed, who was a famous model, well, up and coming model.
The deaf kid.
Yeah, that was Hughes.
Then you have Lionel. Lionel's story is heartbreaking, fucking heartbreaking. And
well, yeah, like Lionel, and I know it didn't paint Lionel. it didn't paint anybody as the particular evil person other than Jeffrey. But Lionel's story is fucking heartbreaking.
Mhm.
All right, let's be honest. If you're going by the story, we all know that Joyce was fucked up,
Yeah, she was great.
and we basically, I'm sure that the two of you will agree that we all kind of have the gut feeling that really the pills that Joyce was on and all that shit definitely did not help Jeff.
Oh, it was certainly a contributing factor.
All right, and in the
absolutely.
beginning, and Lionel tried to blame it on he wasn't right from the hernia, but I don't. That could be possible because anesthesia does do stuff to people, and sometimes for up to 2 or 3 years after a big surgery, things are messed up in your head. My mom had a bunch of surgeries when they had the car accident, the motorcycle accident. Remember?
Mhm.
And she would mix words up and just uncharacteristically, and it would happen for 2 or 3 years after every surgery. But I mean, Joyce definitely did not do right by the child while she was pregnant. But I mean, given it was a different time then, but still, even in the story, Lionel's like, can you not maybe take a pill? And you're pregnant, and even the doctor, you could tell when they were in the meeting in there, the doctor didn't want to, from the character in the movie, doctor didn't want to say anybody was doing anything wrong, but he was just trying to, I don't know, he
Do better.
right, he was trying to get it to a better situation, but he also wasn't, maybe back then with the knowledge they had back then, those pills technically weren't known to fuck everybody up yet.
Yeah, there's an exception to every rule, but yeah, I think the way they wrapped the story up, everybody got their story told and with an ending. And the other heartbreaking story is the Laotian family, the grief the father felt, and he said a couple of lines in there that really kind of stuck with me. I smile for my family, or I try to smile for my family, and I can't.
Yeah, but
But
right,
that
I try. Well, that was it. I try to smile, and I smile and make it look good, and I try to make it look good,
yeah,
but inside, I'm broken.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'm broken.
Yeah.
That's
That
straight up. I'm
really-
broken.
Yeah, that was for me. That was heartbreaking. The Laotian father. But you
Anybody
notice
else?
that-
Anybody else want to choke the judge the very first time
yes,
they were in there,
Yes.
and that white racist fucking judge on the first trial
Oh, yeah,
with
2 years
tell-
suspended.
with the Laotian guy, and I can't understand you.
Oh,
like-
yeah, okay. But it's a time,
No, I know
we're
it was
going
the
back
time,
to-
and I know we're going back to the time, but I'm also talking about observing a previous time from a today point of view. Like,
right.
even like, look, yeah, man, the guy's just the guy's been in this country for like, he can't even speak English yet. That's how little, how short he's been in the country. He
and
can't
if
even.
you want to talk
He
about
can't even
racist
say
some
yes
bitches,
or no.
you want to talk about racist some bitches? How about those cops?
yeah.
And
the-
that's a completely
Oh.
true story.
Oh,
too.
that's a
Yeah.
completely true story.
Shame
those
on them.
cops.
Shame on them.
Calling him and harassing him over the phone.
Better get
and
back on that boat. And take
better
your
get
family with you.
That, yeah, like those cops should have been. And that was the other moment when they did the person of the when they did the comparison shot between
Mhm.
Glenda and those two
Mhm.
cops, like
They
literally,
got the
like,
red carpet. She got coffee and donuts.
yeah, and just the whole the police union blow me thing. Just they got officers of the year, whatever the fuck it was. Like,
Mhm.
are you fucking kidding me? You guys completely failed horribly. Lied through your teeth.
Mhm.
Man,
And
we
the
checked it all out. You didn't check anything out. You didn't want to file paperwork.
And the unfortunate the unfortunate thing out of that whole event was the time frame it happened. He was one of the last kids towards the end. He was one of the last people he killed. All those people before him never would have been, found. 1991. Then I think he had 3 more murders after that.
Yeah, it was 3 or 4 more in the apartment, and then
Yeah.
because he killed the Anthony Hughes guy,
Yeah.
and then he killed after the Laotian kid, he killed the Laotian kid. He killed Hughes. There's one other guy, and then
Yeah, they
he
skipped one. If you look at the timeline at the end of the show where they break it down,
there's
one they didn't talk about.
there's one murder that there's one murder and one victim as they lined them up at the very end. There is one victim that in the movie they never covered him in the story.
Right.
But I mean, it still would have saved lives had they done their job and due diligence. Not walk into an apartment that smells like death, literal death. He's boiling and embalming these people in an 800 square foot.
Well, like they said in the movie, we are distinctly hardwired to find that immensely repulsive. The smell of it's because look, to be honest, it comes down to that's carrion and it's rot and it could make us sick. Right. So over time, our bodies are programmed that smell, whatever that rotten smell, right? It's a trigger. Like you need to go away. You should not be here. This is not a safe space. Not
had a rat or a raccoon. Yeah, anything get in under your house or under a porch or.
Speaking of raccoons,
there we go.
No, it was the way that Jeff 2 or 3 times used it to describe something dead in the house, like with his grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And then
there's a raccoon under the porch.
Yeah, and then Gacy used it as the same excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's that smell? Dead raccoon under the porch. I just can't get to it.
Yeah.
Well, how the fuck do you know there's a dead raccoon under there if you can't get to it?
Right. He sent me a letter.
Yeah.
Dear Mr. Dahmer, I died under the porch.
O.S. Hello. I'm trapped under here. I'm
my shit.
In a minute.
My shit.
10. So if I had to give it 4 out of 5, I'd say my first 5-star.
Okay.
Lately.
All right.
I'm backing you up on this one. I think they didn't have too many plot holes. The story was told well. The only thing that bothered me, but I understood why they did it, because one of you guys brought it up, was the jump around. But I think it set the tone for what you were about to watch. Here's something that happened in 1975, and now we're going to skip ahead to the current time ish in the movie. Here's what he's doing now.
Right.
Okay, here's him cutting the kidney out of
a
dead raccoon. Here's him cutting a kidney out of a person, putting it on the flat iron, and then eating it. So I understood the back and forth. I thought the story was done well. I'm going with 5 stars as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 5 as well. Like I said, I usually don't like the whole jump around thing, but I didn't feel like it was jumping around for the sake of making a new scene to jump around. I felt you had to. You were getting what you were being told about the situation in whatever the year it was. And you're seeing it almost through his eyes as it went down in 60, you know what I mean? In 72 or 77 or 81 or whatever the time was. You're catching it through his eyes as he remembers it and is telling the story.
The one thing I wanted to bring up, because in all the documentaries, you guys have watched a million, I've watched a million on Jeffrey Dahmer. He kept saying over and over again, "I'm not afraid to die." And then he doesn't whimper. And this was in the court report when he gets his ass beat. He didn't make a goddamn sound. Not a peep.
He had begged for the death penalty. Mm-hmm. He begged for it.
Yep.
And the fact that he gets a metal pipe across the head and continues to get whooped. I gotta go to the bathroom. Right then, go ahead, enjoy. The fact that he told Scarver, "Well, I'm gonna whoop your ass and kill you. You're gonna feel the pain of all these people," and he's like, "I'm ready for it. I'm okay with that." And that's how it went down. To me, I think that was one of the major points that made that even better. If I could give it 6 stars, I would.
I feel that when it came to the trial, they were set out to make an example of him and not give him the death penalty. I think that was a very well thought out thing.
Okay, good point.
Because then even that, if you give him the death penalty, he's going to live for 15 years beyond from the day he's put in jail.
And one of the parents said it best after the word comes out that he got killed in jail. He goes, "Oh, so now it's all over for him. We still have to suffer."
Right.
And I know a lot of the families didn't want the death penalty. They wanted him to rot in jail. They felt this wasn't justice for them. They felt,
no, they felt
that
they felt that a nice swift end to this problem was not what they wanted. They literally wanted him to like be tortured to death.
Yeah,
rot and die.
Yeah.
Basically, the death that he got in the gym is the death they kind of wanted him to get.
Right. Right.
Like Chris, what's his name said, you're gonna feel every one of these. And I liked in the movie where every time he smacked him with that bar, it was somebody else. Like that was a perfect way to put that into a concept and a thought. Every time I smack you, you see somebody else that you killed.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I was rooting for him. I got to be honest. I was rooting for him.
So was I.
Well, no, I was
Starver
rooting.
or Dahmer?
No, for Dahmer when the whole Chris Hughes thing happened. Because the Chris Hughes things almost, for a very long time, it like straightened him out, and he would try to do it, and then be like, "No, I'm not going to do it." Like
He was
that.
being nice.
I think he actually cared about him.
He did, and that
was the thing that messed it up for me is that made that particular murder even that much more fucked up, was because he didn't just pick him up in a bar, drug him, and take him home. He spent weeks and months.
Yeah, you learned sign language for that.
He learned, and like you could totally see him becoming almost the tiniest sliver of a humanity in there, that there was something there that could be reached, but then
the compulsion just
it was gone.
Yeah.
And he was like, fuck it. Because you didn't even get the whole murder of Chris Hughes. You just got him sitting there next to him, and that's when he started eating body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And knowing what we know and have known since 91, 92, 93, when all this stuff went down and we learned about it, if you don't know anything about this story and you're watching it, and you don't look up, you don't go to the Google machine, you don't do a stitch of research, you just know Jeffrey Dahmer, you're right. When it comes to Chris Hughes, Tony Hughes, Mr. Hughes, whoever he is, God rest his soul, if you didn't know anything about this story, you'd have thought this is where he straightens his shit out.
Right. Like as you're watching, you're like, all right, he's going to straighten his shit out and fucking right. If you've never heard of it, you'd be like, all right, this is the turnaround right here. This is the one person that's actually gained contact and gotten through to him. And he actually actually has some sort of emotion and feeling for. And then you see the dead body on the bed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but what do you think, Herm? 5 stars?
Oh, definitely 5 stars.
All right.
Definitely. It was excellently put together.
Well, now comes the point where we go into our 5-star segment. Herm is going to explain how Questions from the Hat works when we're across country.
All right. So here it is. We've each got 5 questions. Mine is written on a box top.
I've got 6 because you said 6 last week.
So did I say 6? I've got 5, and we'll figure something out.
Mine will be the bonus question.
All right. So
I got 6.
All right. All right.
Nothing like it, Herm.
I can
Find
suck
it?
it.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. My heart.
So I don't have a dice with me, but we're just going to pick numbers at random, and we're going to go with a question. So let's see. We normally pick them 1 through 3, so we're going to go 1 through 3. So let's see. We'll start with Jabroni. We're going to go with question 3.
Question 3. Okay. It's funny how this works out. We just talk about Jeffrey Dahmer. Name a smell that you never get tired of smelling.
All right.
Don't all jump at once.
All right. Go ahead, Lynch.
Go ahead, Mike. No, go ahead, Mike.
I have a couple. I have two. One of them, I have a bunch of them actually, but one of them is wood smoke. It's this combination of smoke and
Fire.
animal fat.
And fire.
Yeah, and I never tire of it. Like I'm missing it so bad here.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like I don't have a smoker. My dad's got a little smoker, but I don't have to burn anything. There's no charcoal going. Like I miss my smoker almost
look
as much.
what my man's got on his phone.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
All right.
All right. I miss my smoker probably about as much as I miss my wife.
Wow. Does she know this?
I'm sure she knows. She knows
Okay.
who I am. She knows that that smoker is church. So
Okay.
yeah, and the other smell that I really, really love is fresh asphalt.
Nice. Same. I like that. All right. What's your answer to that question?
Fresh cut grass.
I've got no lynch.
No, I don't either. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Edit
Second
my
time in 2 weeks, my man is.
The plug came unplugged.
Oh,
that
there you go.
nigga's loud.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
All
What's
right.
the smell you can never get tired of smelling?
One is fresh cut grass.
My man, that's
Love
one of
it.
my answers.
I like
love it.
fresh cut grass. You know why I like fresh cut grass? Because the smell of fresh cut grass is the smell of grass screaming for its life and telling all the other plants that it's being murdered.
Watch
I'm
out for
just
this
gonna
crazy
take I'm
motherfucker.
just gonna take your picture, grass, and I'll give you $50.
I'll give you $50 when we're done. Just hold on. It'll be cool. Just calm down, all right? Do you want something to drink?
Why not just change the name of the episode to Jeffrey Dahmer Questions from the Hat? Wow.
It's just RC Cola. You silly me.
It's just for what are you talking about? It's an RC Cola.
Yeah, with about 7 roofies in it, but who's paying attention? Those scenes were okay. We can't. We just did 30 minutes on the fucking movie.
I know. Anyway,
It's going bad.
fresh
Cut grass.
because I love mowing the lawn. Put me on a
All right.
zero turn. I just love it. I can space out for hours. Another one is a car garage. The smell of that grease and the chemicals, the brake dust, and all that shit. It reminds me of my dad.
What you talking about, Willis?
Huh? You don't like
A garage?
the smell of a mechanic's garage. It's just the tools, the grease. It reminds me of my dad. 'Cause
Okay.
he was
all right.
always in the garage doing something.
Okay.
It just
And there it is. There it is.
Ah, fuck you.
Yeah.
It triggers memories.
Yep.
All right. Good call.
And the smell of my own farts. Not to kid.
There's a big surprise. Everybody loves their own brand, you know.
That's right.
So fresh cut grass for me as well. Race fuel. Nothing like
Oh,
being
yeah.
at that fucking racetrack. I don't care if it's Waterford or Daytona.
Yeah.
When those cars fire up and they go around and you get the fumes and the smell of the rubber and the fuel mixing together, you're just like, oh God, I'm home. It's so
Yeah.
wonderful. And there's a certain, like a candle. It's they call it fresh laundry, but other companies call it clean cotton.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Candles downstairs in the bathroom are clean cotton.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love it.
The clean cotton from Yankee Candle
It
is
smells like laundry.
yes.
Yes.
It smells like a
Yes.
fresh load of laundry. That's
Yes.
another one. I love that smell.
Same. So I don't mind mowing the lawn or doing the laundry. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
But I don't like the smell of Fabuloso, so I ain't cleaning a fucking bathroom. Y'all can
I love
suck
the
off with
purple Fabulosos.
Ooh,
It's
we have a third watcher.
that. Ooh, identify yourself or
who's
die.
Who's the third watcher?
I don't know, but they need to identify themselves.
All right. Who are
We
you?
do this
Watch
for you. We don't do
Leave
this
a
for
comment.
us.
Whoever's
leave a
watching
comment.
this, leave a comment, please. Pretty please.
All right, so we got through question 3. Who's next, Lynch? Are you gonna ask your question 3?
All right. Lynch asked question 3.
If you could be frozen for 100 years,
Walt Disney. What?
Let it go.
let it go. Let it go.
This is exactly why we can't have nice things.
This is why we can't have nice things. We're frozen.
All right, if we're frozen for 100 years,
100 and they wake you up. what's the first question you're going to ask?
You'd have to almost be in the moment for that. But I guess I would ask, did you have me vote Democrat for the last 100 years? Because I
Is it
worry
tough?
about that shit.
You're right. It is an in the moment thing because you have no idea. The last thing you remember is
Is being frozen.
half an hour before you were frozen.
I think my first question would be, what the fuck?
Mine would be, I'm surprised we're not all gone. What happened?
Yeah.
You know?
All right. You want to bring that comment up so we could say hello, good evening, and welcome to Senor Edgar Grant, who is watching us tonight.
Yeah.
Mr. Edgar Grant, and
Yeah,
said
I'm
good
there.
evening, evening, gentlemen, and Herm.
And Herm.
What
He knows.
fucking flag carrying fuck?
Oh, don't scare away our only viewer.
Oh, it's all right.
Wow.
He knows we love him. That's what we've been busting him on this shit. Fucking Navy Army band playing. No,
At
man.
least
we
he wasn't a baton guy.
That's right. He wasn't the baton dude. That's the important part.
All
No, we've known Ed since we was, is another one of
Wow.
those like
Hit it.
for like 30 years.
Exactly. All right, you can bring that down now. He's got
Heard.
I'm not
He
scared.
just heard we got this one. I'm not scared. Almost 30 years.
Amen to that. So Herm, you got to answer the question. They just thawed your big ass out. What's your first question?
I think my first question is what the fuck? Like you come to like you're somewhere, obviously you don't remember. You're like, what the fuck? Have you seen when they woke fucking Captain America up? My
Yeah.
first thought is what the fuck?
See, I was thinking the Stallone route in Demolition Man.
Yeah, like
Everybody, well, see, and that's another great.
is
like,
everybody
talking about
dead?
Current times. Stallone comes out full on 1988, and he comes out of this cryo sleep 50, 60, 70 years later, and he says shit, and dude, John Spartan, you've
John
been fined
Spartan,
10
you've been
credits.
fined 10 credits for swearing.
I love that movie.
And the seashells. What am I supposed to? He doesn't know how to use the seashells. He damn near beats the shit out of the guy.
I'm about to watch that tonight.
You should.
I love that movie.
I watched it last week and it was great. All right, roll the dice, Lynch.
You ready?
Who's
No,
starting
no,
this
I
time?
got to do my question 3, right?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Sorry, Herm.
Oh, it's been so long.
All right,
I
I know, right? It's a new format. So, all right, so here it is. If you are a wrestler in a professional wrestling league,
Uh-huh.
what would your ring entrance song be?
Oh, this is easy for me. I would go with
Me too.
The Kill Switch Engage version of Holy Diver.
That's a good,
That riff
good
is
version.
thick and chunky. That's what I would use.
It's just like how he likes his women.
Yeah, thick and chunky. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And blind.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It's better if they're deaf. But
Oh, yeah. Well, that's it.
ask
Oh.
Jeffrey.
Oh,
Deaf in one eye, can't see out of the other.
heard. Heard.
Heard.
Do I have to do the deaf impression?
Okay, no, because now I have to tell the story. And if I'm gonna link her to this. I'm gonna timestamp and everything. Most of you guys know Crystal Bob, Crystal Key.
Don't know her in person. Have heard of her. Absolutely. Know when you speak of her.
Many moons ago, we went and saw Triple Bill, DMX, Limp Bizkit, and Godsmack. Okay, really great fucking show, except for Limp Bizkit. And Crystal's sister was dating a deaf guy named John. So he introduces himself to, hello, my name is Don. I'm like, oh, nice to meet you, Don. It's not Don. It's Don. Kimberly is standing behind her boyfriend going like this. I'm like, oh, John. That's what I did, Don.
You're so fucked
Oh.
up.
The whole night we are pissing ourselves laughing because we're making jokes in our head. The next day after the show, we're all out to breakfast without Don. I still call him Don to this day. And I'm like, I have to wonder what it's like to be a deaf dude at a concert. Like, that was the best concert I ever felt. I could feel the beat,
The best show I never heard.
right? And that joke, it has so much legs. 20 years later, Crystal taught my daughter about Don. And now every now and again, when Emma and I are fucking around and joking with each other, she's like, "Buck, do dad, do the fucking stupid."
So wrong.
Edgar's choice was let the bodies hit the floor. He just sent that a minute ago.
Very nice.
I don't want to ignore him, but I had to tell about Don.
Dude, that's like you know this. I don't think I've told the story about me when I first started working at My Mary's in Westerly.
Not that I know.
I got hired in, brought up, and the first day I brought in, started working, and hi, my name is Michael, and I don't hear so good, but if you speak slowly, I can read your lip, and we can communicate just fine.
You are going to hell.
I know I am. All right. So this is
Gasoline
how I showed up the first day of work. So for the first day, they thought I was deaf, and they didn't give me any shit. But because they thought I was deaf, they said a lot of things that they didn't think I could hear. So here we are, like almost a week later. I've been working there for a week, and everybody thought I was deaf. And then all of a sudden, one night on a Friday night in the middle of the service, I was like, "So what do you guys need? What's up?"
They must have shit themselves.
They all shit themselves right then and there on the spot.
Oh my Lord.
They were
pretty
like,
fucked up.
they were like, what?
You're not just going to hell on a bus. You're getting one of those Def Leppard.
I'm taking like the Evel Knievel rocket bike.
You're gonna get the Def Leppard Express with the back lounge, the full bar, the tilt out on the side for when you get to your destination.
Covered in
and no
gas.
AC.
Yep,
No
literally
AC.
for a week, everybody there thought I was deaf, and all of a sudden
That's
I was
fucking
like,
crazy.
"All right, so
Wow.
you guys gonna get this food out or what?"
Wow.
Not heard.
Not heard.
Not heard.
No, I didn't hear nothing. I can't.
can't.
I don't hear so good, but if you speak slowly, I can read lips.
I can need it.
I'm surprised you didn't have a little notebook in your back pocket like
Right,
you left it on
my
Jeffrey
name,
Dahmer.
my name is Michael. All right, so we got Chris's ring entrance music. What's Lynch's?
Oh, I don't even know, man. That's
Hanging Tough by the New Kids on the Block.
Ooh.
We'll all be on the same rocket to hell because I laughed. Yep, Edgar, you sure are. There's no getting around that.
No. If you saw it and you heard it, you're going to hell.
If you
You
laughed at it, you can see it and hear it and go, oh my God, these men are crazy. Or if you laugh, you're one of us.
You're
Thank
one of
you.
us. You belong here.
Is the seating alphabetical by first name or last?
Is what now?
Is the seating on the bus to hell by first name or last name?
No, it's going to go oldest to youngest.
Ah, fuck.
You're right up front, bitch.
I'm driving that bus, bitch.
Yeah, you are.
All right, so what's Lynch's entrance music?
Gregorian chants.
Sa Danwa. What?
No, I've been to war. And this is why we call the show.
Oh. Anyway,
I pray for anybody if this is your first time watching this.
I'm sorry, and we apologize.
Actually, I'm cool with the back of the bus. Yeah, Zach's younger than most of us, so he
Hi,
laughed
Zach.
too. You know Zach laughed too.
oh, absolutely. I have no fucking idea what my entrance music is.
Can we pick one for you?
Yes.
I'm gonna pick. I don't remember the name of the song because they all sounded the same, but that really heavy rock and roll with the keyboards, Dimmu Booger or whatever the fuck.
Do a burger.
Yeah, that's your ring entrance. It's thick, it's heavy, but it's keyboardy.
Heard.
It kind of fits your personality.
Heard Dummy Booger.
Dummy Booger.
Dummy Booger.
Yes.
Now I
right.
can't hear.
All right.
All right, Herm. You're on the
So
hook.
mine is Cochise.
Oh, nice.
Is
Audio Slave, right?
yes.
That's a
Go
good
ahead.
song.
Take it out on me.
Yeah.
Go ahead. There it is.
Go ahead. Go ahead, motherfucker.
That's a good one.
All right, Lynch, roll the dice.
Let's see what we
And
get.
we have number.
By the way, Derek the Undertaker just checked in. He hasn't commented yet, but I saw his name pop up.
Yep, there he
Ah.
is. What up, motherfucker?
There he is. All right, and Derek, there is a question in here that you. are
This is
gonna
my
wanna
boy
answer.
right here. This is our boy right here.
That's my sweet baby brother right there.
Yo. All right, number 2.
Number
All
2.
right,
Who's reading
so-
first?
Lynch, we're gonna go with your number 2 question.
My number 2.
No, we're off the deaf gimmick. Come on now. I got my number 2.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I didn't hear you so good.
That biscuit felt great.
I can feel it right in my chest.
I couldn't understand what he was singing, but nobody else in the arena could either.
Oh, the libs are going to cancel us before we've
they
even been
are.
exposed.
We were canceled before we even started. Let's not
Welcome.
fucking get ourselves.
You are watching the award-winning podcast that
That's
hasn't
never
won
won a
shit.
single award.
All right, my number 2. What's your dream car?
The number 27 Kodiak Pontiac driven by Rusty Wallace.
Okay, it's a car.
Fully restored to specifications, and I can go 0 to Cumberland Farms in 8 seconds.
There you go.
All right.
That's good.
I'm not a
Alright.
real car guy, but that car looked sexy as fuck back in the day.
It did. Those are nice cars.
Very nice.
All right.
That's nice. My dream car
Austin 280Z.
is the 1956 Porsche
Oh.
356A
Yep.
Ferdinand edition.
No.
Ooh.
Oh, right in the feels.
That's
I
sick.
am a classic Porsche person since the beginning of time. It's just a expensive Volkswagen, and
Yeah.
that's it, man. I want a 356A so bad.
Nice.
My wife's uncle has a 57, fully like factory new.
Yep.
The
I want-
the red and white color scheme. Oh my
Yep.
god.
Yep. That's it. That's my car.
Edgar's answer looks nice. I think, yep, there he is. He corrected himself. 1938 stepwise Ford truck with a 351 Windsor blow.
Ooh.
All right, he gets
51.
he gets respect for for taking a Windsor.
Okay.
Yeah.
He gets
it's like-
instead
that
of
was a
over
good
the
engine.
Cleveland, because the Cleveland wasn't as good a motor, and anybody else who knows Fords also knows that Ford also ran a 351M, which was a modified version, and the 351M was actually a Cleveland motor.
Did not know that.
I'd always wished that they'd done a 351 modified with a Windsor, because that's what my dad had in his Mustang. He had a 351 Windsor, and it fucking flew.
Okay, wow.
me,
Who's left? Lynch.
1970 purple Hemakuta.
Wow. All right.
Yeah,
You're
you
going
can't-
fast and furious.
You can't get much better than that in the Barracuda series.
Wow.
My dad owned one. Actually, he owned several because he would race and win. Either that or I could go the Porsche route, but I want to say 57 Chevy, man. That's just the icon of
That is
classic
that's,
cars.
that's the classic.
And it's the classiest of that era, I think. There were some really weird looking cars out that back then too. Even back in the 60s, a little further forward, you got the Chevy Corvair with the engine in the back, and it's like a pancake.
Yeah.
You know, that was a really cool car. Yeah, I just love classic cars.
Good deal. All right, Herm. Question number 2 on your list.
All right. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn?
Ooh, this is easy for me.
Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
being products of the late 70s and the 80s, what was popular?
Oh,
in the-
those little
in ju-
kid leisure suits?
No. A little bit further forward.
No,
Say
it's
junior
got
high school.
to be bell bottoms.
No, little bit. Say 1985, 86. What was like the banging pants to wear?
This asshole had parachute pants, or we're talking about pleather pants.
Parachute pants. And
Dude, I got to be honest. I loved
If you had the
parachute pants.
jacket
They
and
were
the skinny tie, I
They
quit.
were
what's
comfort.
that?
If you had the jacket with the white shirt and the skinny tie, I quit.
Oh, and the skinny tie had to be made out of leather.
Right, and it had the piano keys on it.
Yeah.
It gets better.
Oh my god,
It
how
gets
good
better. It was a shirt that was like all neon colored. And it looked like it had hand stitching holding these little diamonds on.
Oh,
Like
this is
diamond
good.
pattern?
Oh,
Oh, dude.
it was bedazzled.
No. They were at the little pieces of
He had the
fabric
bedazzler.
and and one of those Miami Vice like sport coats with a bolo tie. There was a picture still out there of me wearing that outfit. That was junior high to a dance. That's pretty embarrassing.
You know, having had the privilege of seeing your senior picture when you looked straight Guido,
Yeah,
and when I met you, you had come into your own and you were full Lynch to the T. I don't ever want to picture what you just described ever again.
No.
When my grandparents got married again, they had I don't know how many years, but they had a big like renewal thing. And my brother and I had, this is 1981. And we had matching powder blue leisure suits with the thickest ties.
That's
We looked like we were going to sell you a car when the wedding was over.
that's pretty much where I'm going with this. Is there was a wedding in late 70s, probably 78, 79, with a powder blue suit and a ruffled shirt
And a bowl haircut.
and a bowl haircut, and yep, that's it. That's the one. That
What
fucking
size do you
suit.
want? What size do you want, Michael? The number 5 Tupperware or the number 7?
For real,
Oh,
which bowl would you like me to use for
His,
this
his
one?
was the scoop where it started here with the bangs and then worked its way down.
Oh,
So
it was
he
kind of
was
like a
acro-
helmet,
Yeah,
more like a helmet, like Tweaky from
a cross between
Roger.
the Beatles and Suzanne Plachette
Right.
from the Newhart show.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, he looks like Tweaky from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh.
At least he
that
didn't look. He didn't have that stupid faux mullet like Janet from Three's Company. That would have been bad.
Beady 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 beat. What?
Fuck you, bro.
Right. I guess I'm next, huh?
Yep.
All right. Think of a band you like. Doesn't have to be your favorite. Replace one of the members of that band with yourself. Who are you replacing?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm replacing Chris Cornell.
Ooh, that's iconic. You did that's sacred.
You've
ground
heard me
for us.
do. You've heard me sing him. I can pull it off. If I'm gonna do it, I'm replacing Chris Cornell.
Okay.
That's a good one. Who the fuck would I replace?
Or Lou Rawls. Those are my options.
Lou Rawls, cool.
Yeah.
You'll never
Never
find
Dun, dun, dun,
another
dun,
love like
like
mine.
mine.
Dun, 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 dun.
You want to love me? All right.
Like I do. Yeah, see, there it is. There it is. That's what I'm saying.
One up, my man. One up.
Oh, wow, we're singing now. This is what we come down to. Chris, who
No.
are you replacing?
You know, I thought about this like all fucking day. And the only person I could think of, I would replace him as the singer, but I'd keep him in the band. I want to replace James Hetfield as the
Yeah.
singer.
Yeah. Oh,
But if I
okay.
have, but if I have to
Because
get rid of him,
you need a couple of yeah. That's what I'm saying. You need some of those
you
cut
heard me
in.
do the Metallica bit.
Yep. I have.
Put whiskey in my gyro. Wah. And Derek chimes in with, you already know my answer. He's going to replace Belinda Carlisle in the Go-Go's.
Yes.
Ooh.
Which is
No,
definitely
it's-
it's
what is-
anybody from
Right, Bumble
Depeche Mode.
Stumblefuck from Depeche Mode, whatever his name is. Sorry, Bumble
The sound
Stumblefuck,
of
wherever you are.
silence.
You know my answer. Yeah. Hold on. Where's
Yeah.
that band from the show button?
Yeah.
We used to like you. Used to love
Heard
her.
band from the
But I had
studio.
Had to
kill
kill her. All right,
Get
roll,
her.
roll the dice.
Roll the
Oh.
dice. Question
Did I do
number.
mine? What was the question?
This question was think of. Oh, we didn't get to. You didn't answer.
No.
Fuck, we did it again. Think of a band you like. Replace one member of that band with yourself. Who's it going to be?
Fuck
Dave
that
Grohl.
dude.
Dave Grohl. All right.
All right.
He's a cool dude.
All right.
Derek's actual answer is Rick Allen from Def Leppard.
Yeah, he's half the job.
Here comes Herm doing what we did in the 80s.
I have a drumstick. I have props.
Yeah, you do. All right. Who
Oh.
asks the next question? I think it's Lynch starts.
No, we've
I'll-
done 2 questions, right? Have we?
Yeah,
All right. So we've gone back.
I
We've gone.
started one.
We did 3. We
Yep,
did
that was
2.
3.
Did Lynch ask a question yet?
Did you ask your question too?
Off
Yeah.
the rip?
Freeze yourself.
All right. All right. So there's 3. There's 2. So roll the dice.
Boom.
We did question 3. We did question 2.
Number 5.
And we did my yeah. So let's go 5.
All right, who's starting?
All right. I'll do 5.
There you go.
Question 5. What is your favorite pooping position?
Number 7.
Definitely not 9 or 0.
It's kind of lame, you know. I like what I call the kayak, where you sit on the bowl and your legs are straight out. It's
Yeah,
extra
you can push.
extra pushing power, right?
Am I back?
You are.
Okay, good.
That's a good
Very
one.
good. I fell backwards and disconnected everything. That's hilarious.
That's
Number
what you get for
7.
asking that question.
I'm
I'll take
still number
I'll take
6,
whatever
and
the
I'm
hell
pretty
a
sure
standard is.
I thought it was a whirlpool. I don't know. I thought it was a whirlpool.
Oh, you guys are too much.
Hey, I didn't ask the fucking question.
All right. So who's Burns? What's your question number 5?
Okay. Told you earlier it was going to be weird. I didn't think we were going to spend as much time on a particular subject, but here we go. Forget everything you know about the case. Would you have eaten a dish given to you by Jeffrey Dahmer if you were his neighbor?
Fuck no. He just looked creepy.
Okay.
I wouldn't trust him. Wouldn't trust
Yeah.
him.
No. Honestly, for me, he's too skinny, and I don't trust. I won't trust the way he cooks.
Never trust a skinny cook.
He's too skinny.
Yeah, for me, whenever I've moved into a new place and someone comes over with something like, "Oh, here we made this. Thank you so
Yep.
much."
It
Door
dies on
closes.
it dies on the counter for a week until I throw it away. Thank you.
Or if you have it forensically fucking examined.
No, like unless they come in and they're eating it with me and they eat it, I'm not eating it. Sorry.
with you.
It's not
Yeah.
for real. It's barbecued pork. Yeah.
It's kind of like pulled pork.
Kinda.
Kinda. It's long pig.
And as long as it's wrong pig, and as long as Derek's here, the actor that played Dahmer, I call him Evans Peter because it pisses his wife off.
There you go.
That's-
All right, what's my number 5? If you could create an Olympic event, could be anything, what would it be?
All right, this'll make Mike happy. Something we used to do in the 80s and 90s called the pee challenge. 2 guys have to urinate. You stand next to each other. You take out little Chris or little whatever your name is. And as soon as the stream starts flowing, you start walking backwards. The person with the longest stream goes to the next round. The person who doesn't, you get a year's supply of turtle wax and you don't come back to the show.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's something we used to do back then. Wouldn't you love to see that on the track? You got some little Nigerian dude and like a big German guy, and all of a sudden they just start peeing and walking backwards.
Kind of like curling.
Very
It's
much so.
That's a late night broadcast for an Olympic event.
On the
It's-
Ocho.
ESPN 8, the Ocho. We're
Heard
also
don't
not
cross
called-
the streams.
Don't
you
cross
can't.
streams.
And you have to try to make sure you're on a good surface. There's nothing impeding you, because if you trip, you end up peeing on yourself.
The women's event will be awesome
that would be
because
even
now men can be a woman.
better. Ooh.
See what I did there?
Even in the Olympics, you try to find new and exciting ways to make women men.
Why not?
I know, right?
Wow.
Okay. Or
My
men, women.
God. Here's my co-host, Christopher Ocasio-Cortez.
I'm not that dumb.
COC. She's not either. She's kind of good looking. But when she smiles, it's like
I'm
she has
telling you,
every
there's some
kiss
tits under that
everybody's teeth.
jacket.
Oh yeah, there are.
There's
You got
tits
some-
under that jacket.
got some
bro.
double Ds
There's
under there.
tits under that jacket.
And she got a big booty.
All right, Herm, what's your Olympic event?
What was the question again?
If you could create an Olympic event, anything, what would it be?
It would have to be the Olympic event would be it would be a continuous smoking meat event, and you have to continually drink, and you can't stop drinking in between beers. Like you have to drink one at whatever the pace you drink them, and you have to just constantly have a beer in. And you have to drink for 24 hours straight, stay awake for 24 hours straight, and then you have to host a party the next day.
Oh,
I'm winning this fucking event.
I was gonna say, I think you've already taken gold, silver, bronze, and aluminum.
I'm winning this motherfucker hands down.
You do
I
get
can
the
stay
chance.
awake and drink for days.
You do get the chance to pee, though. That's the beauty.
Yeah, because I'm outside and it's anywhere on the lawn. You guys don't know that the next day when you're walking around barefoot. But
I don't want. This is why. See, we're going back to an old question from the hat. I don't do barefoot, so I'm never going to step in it. So I don't have to worry about this.
there you go.
Zach says, sounds like when I make a brisket. Absolutely. Well, Zach. you
Kinda.
also have- Zach has landmines all over his yard. Trust me, I know. And I didn't leave them there.
Oh, it would have been better if you did. The better
All
story.
right.
I mean, I'm
Right, so-
good. I do poop patrol before I throw the
one.
roaster.
Did you throw down your event?
No, not yet.
What is your event?
my event? It's got to be something outrageous. Longest cum shot.
I'm out.
Yeah, this is it. Wow, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. Roll the
I,
Hey,
I
dice.
don't,
When you
I
leave
don't
me
even know
unsupervised,
I don't even know how to put these on. What the fuck?
No, that's exactly right. When we leave you unsupervised, this is exactly what happens.
This is what happens. See, this
Mother-
is again, once
and
again,
my wife
once
isn't.
again, why we can't
I'm
have nice
lost.
things.
I'm going to say it again, folks. If you're a first-time viewer / listener,
We apologize.
This is exactly why we call the show Dysfunction. Zone.
Dysfunction junction.
Well, that's why they hired the handicapped.
Wow. Yeah.
This guy right here.
Yeah,
Good job.
I get a tax credit from Easter Seals just having you on the show.
You got the stuff
Fuck.
in HR on your way out. You have some forms to fill out.
Easter Seals
fucking
called.
racist.
Easter Seals called. They need you back at the home.
Before each episode, I got to wipe the applesauce off his bib.
My shirt was wet earlier.
Kind of like the president, but different.
At least I know
It's
where
same
I
but
am.
different.
He's different, but same.
I keyed.
Roll the dice. What's our next question? I'll
Well,
start just because I feel like starting.
All right, so it's like 4 or 1.
Unless you're us, then it's 6.
So then
And you're
6,
asked out.
and then passed out.
number one.
Number 1. You've just woken up to find out you are Superman. But instead of kryptonite, what is your power sapping weakness?
Beats.
Stupidity.
Beats.
Same,
Is this
same.
Same.
What's
6 of
stupidity?
one,
Out of
half dozen
nowhere.
other is same. Same but different.
It's Sony guts. It's like it's like
Beats.
Sony.
Beets, like it's the one beets. I hate beets. I hate the fucking vegetable. I can't stand them. Pickled, warm, cold,
I love
borscht.
pickled
I don't give a
beets.
fuck. I hate them. It's beets. I walked into work the other day and there was a big old pan of hot beets on the line they were serving for lunch, and I literally couldn't even work back there. I like had to walk. Yeah, see, I had to walk
Start
away.
like,
They're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I can't be here." Like that.
All right. Lynch, yours is stupidity.
Beets.
yeah, stupidity.
How do you survive? How do you tolerate yourself?
Oh, good question.
Oh.
Especially when you're on the edibles.
Oh yeah.
Y'all
Oh, yeah.
saw you guys saw the feed last night.
Go to our Facebook page
And I'm-
anytime you want. We've posted a couple of them. It's too funny.
When Lynch decides to eat an edible, we post the conversations.
Well, 2 weeks ago it was I smoked then had an edible, so I was fucked.
Oh,
you were
excellent.
twisted.
he was.
yeah, oh, yeah.
You were. That was the week we expected to find you naked on the hood of your car with your keys in your ass the next morning.
Well, I got here first, so that actually did happen.
Where the hell's Lynch? He's been quiet.
You're like, "Lynch, what's going on?" He's like, "Fucking car's flooded.
Checking my own prostate.
The car's flooded. It'll start in a minute."
All right. Mine is I got 2 different answers because I thought about it. If my enemies hate me and I'm Superman and they want to try to stop me, they would shoot ranch dressing at me.
Not mayo chup.
No, not Mayo Chup. Fuck Mayo Chup. But if my enemies hate me and they really want to see me like stop saving the world, They're gonna throw a 12 rack of Miller Lite in front of me.
right? And then I'm done. I'm like, what's this
Oh
over
no,
here?
it's
I gotta
Superman!
go.
Get the beer.
I'm only 6 deep. I'll be back in like 6 more.
For real,
right?
I'm only 6 deep. I can save the world. What?
Up, and the other thing.
And up, and over there. Yes.
I'd be the only superhero pulled over for flying drunk.
I only had two 12 packs.
I'm not as think as you drunk I am, Ossifer.
That's right. I had T
You-
martinis.
You put me in public. Oh,
So we got that question out of the way. Who's taking question 1, the next one?
All right, question 1. Here it is. If you were suddenly transported back in time to prehistoric times,
oh boy.
what one thing from present day would you take back to totally just evolutionize and just wake up and further the human race?
Beer.
I take back some sort of weapon. If you're talking prehistoric before we
Mhm.
figured out weapons,
Mm-hmm.
imagine introducing them a lot earlier.
They were stabbing each other with woolly mammoth tusks, and you're bringing a weapon?
Right, they were beating each other with an elephant femur. They had weapons.
But they didn't die right away. They didn't die right away.
It's true.
You bring a gun or a knife. The gun's kind of dumb unless you have unlimited ammo, which you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I bring back like a weapon because technology is meaningless because there's no infrastructure. Where if you go back to prehistoric times, you can have a cell phone, but it's not going to work. A weapon or something mechanical or that you can hold would be more valuable.
Why am I not getting a signal? Ooga chaga,
Back
boogie ga 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 ga.
The Wi-Fi here sucks.
Yeah.
Is there like a 7-Eleven? I'm getting thirsty.
What's that
Like-
fucking smell?
Do you guys have a hotspot?
It's Ooga Ooga Dahmer, 2 houses down.
I could totally use a Starbucks right now. I'm not even lying. Wow, that's a great question.
Have you all seen that show, Starbucks Dahmer? Sponsored by Starbucks.
Wow. Listen to you. All right.
Most people don't.
Who's next?
It would be me, and I would bring. I would have brought back something. I would have brought like a piece of flint or something way, way early.
There you go.
All right, because when you factor in what actually made us who we are, it comes down to 2 things: fire and
diet.
protein.
Diet. Fire. Yeah.
Okay. When we stopped eating grasses and started eating cooked
We got
meats
big
and
asses.
proteins, all right. When we started eating cooked proteins, the energy that our bodies required to digest raw proteins wasn't needed anymore.
This is fun. And Herm's
It is fun.
Herm's turning it into like cooking with Julia.
It's a science lesson.
Oh, okay.
But because we ate more cooked protein, it was easier to digest. Our bodies and our brains grew exponentially.
Hmm.
So I would like to know what it would be like to introduce like that fire producing device an extra 10,000 years early.
Wow.
Okay.
That would definitely change the way.
Well,
course of
you
Mm.
should
humanity.
bring a point and click, not a flint. Fuck that.
A laser pen.
Oh, there.
But then you're fucked. When the batteries go dead, you're fucked.
Oh,
Oh, so now
now
all of a sudden we're not in prehistoric times when I ran.
close enough. Have you
My man
seen that country lately?
My man just went full Iron Sheik on us.
You stupid son.
You chic, always positive.
She always was.
I'll make him humble.
Oh my god. Bring the
Oh.
Iron Sheik with you to prehistoric times. They'll put them in the camel clutch, fuck their ass, and make them humble.
The Iron Sheik make them humble.
Fuck
Jesus
you, jabroni.
Christ.
Wow. All right. Anybody else missing question 1?
No, I got question 1.
Yeah.
I
Did
got my question 1.
we all got them in?
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
roll the dice. It's either going to be a 4 with all of us or 6 and Herm is asked out. Derek, if you're still here, that question is coming.
We'll just go with 4.
Let's go
All
with
right.
4.
Who's starting?
I will.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.
Why won't the dogs shut up? Question 4.
That's my question 6.
4A.
Like you said, they heard a cockroach fart 2 miles down the road. If you could be a part of any television family from current day to when television was first invented, what family or show would that be?
I'd have to be a family member.
Or who would you want to be a family member of?
Oh, okay. So that's
I got
a
this
different
one.
question. Go ahead, Herm.
Go ahead.
All right, so I would choose to be a member, the only male child member of the family on the show Last Man Standing.
I like it.
That'd be good. That was a
I'm
good
pretty
show, too.
sure, given the dynamics of that show, the only male child of the 2 daughters he's had would be a god.
Yeah. He would worship the ground you walk
The
on.
ground I walked on.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, if I got to be a family member, I'm kind of going Herm's route, but in a different way. I'm going to be the only Caucasian member of the Huxtable family on the Cosby Show.
Ooh, you're
Ooh, you were the adopted child.
Loved
No.
that show.
Yep.
Or were you a love child with a passed out woman?
Her, you know Claire be fucking.
I mean, if I was just going to be a neighbor, I'd be the neighbor on Married with Children, and I would take Christina Applegate to school, baby.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
All right,
All
your
right.
turn, Lynch.
The Sopranos. Just to see what
Somehow
living
that's
that life,
not surprising. It really isn't.
just to see
That's-
how what living that life is like, you know. And
All
I
right.
get to stare at that.
All right.
I'd want to be
and-
Lionel Dahmer. I mean, really.
All
I
right.
get to stare at Meadow and what's her name there? It's Christopher's piece of ass. A real hot one.
Okay.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You might have just won the internet with that one.
All right.
Ooh, I broke the interwebs.
All right. Let's see.
Ooh.
Flip a coin. Me or Herm.
Giovanni.
Name one person from all of your life you wish you had never met.
Ooh. I'm sorry, I have to pee for this.
Oh
Wow,
wow.
You're
What's
like
the greatest nation on earth?
urination.
Urination. And he's visiting the nation now.
Wait, let's listen in, folks.
Tinkle, 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 tinkle. It's the ASMR. There's nothing I can do about it.
Prostate swollen. Break. Send help.
Getting old.
Break.
Stop. Smells like asparagus. Stop. Wash your hands, Derek
Hands-
says. All right. So, Lynch, from the beginning of your life till now, one person you wish you had never met.
Oh wow, that's it's a very hard question because everybody you met is part of what made you you.
It's the fabric. Yeah.
It's the fabric of who you are. People you just don't want to be like, or somebody that you moderately dislike. I don't know. That's a really good question. Fuck, I honestly cannot think of one person.
Is there like a celebrity you've ever met that you wish you'd never come across? I mean, working at the casino, all 3 of us have had celebrity encounter.
Yeah.
So this doesn't have to be pigeonholed into your personal day to day. If your person is a celebrity, then certainly bring that person up because one of my 2 picks is a celebrity.
if I'm going celebrity route, the Kardashians, or
You
at least
met
one
the
of
Kardashians.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you get a good look at that booty?
Oh God, dude! In the real life,
Does it look like
Yeah.
cottage cheese stuffed in a
oh, it's like
baggie?
2 Volkswagen. It's like 2
5 pounds
Volkswagen
of shit
buses
stuffed in
racing
a
down the
2-pound
highway.
bag.
Say that again, Lynch.
It's like 2 Volkswagen buses racing down the highway.
Jesus. 2 raccoons fighting in a pillowcase.
A neck and neck fight for which ass cheek is dominant.
Oh my God.
Another one I met at the casino, which was a pleasant one. Regis Philbin was awesome. He was a really, really, really nice guy. Very down to earth.
Way to
But-
break the rules, Herm.
Fuck it. We're in my house.
I'm calling him Herm.
I'm not in your house.
You wish you'd never met, not Regis Philbin. I don't care about you. Yeah, you
I got
think
a
you're
bullet.
bullet?
I
You
got
think
put
your
it.
bullets hurt me?
I'll throw it at you.
Size 11 shoe.
That's right.
Another,
Recognize.
but somebody else who would probably be on that list, way the fuck up, is Jennifer Lopez. From stories not direct interaction, but I've heard enough enough stories about the way she treats regular people.
Okay.
And when she was at the casino, the demands she made that were outside of her entertainment rider were fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous.
When you got
Oh
fucked
yeah,
into
like
that
the
day-
employees weren't allowed to look at her.
She sent people out at 2:00 in the morning to buy a specific fucking cradle for her baby. And she even said, I have one at home, but I wasn't going to bring it here. Come on, you entitled fucking cunt. You know what? You're one of the most popular entertainers in the world. You know what? You die tomorrow, my existence doesn't change. So go fuck yourself. I heard James Corden's a real prick too to people. He has that whole thing he does with the carpool karaoke as a put on, his happy-go-lucky attitude. I heard he's a real fucking prick to people in the real life.
Okay.
But it's celebrity edition for me.
All right. Oh,
Shut
you're
up,
lucky.
dogs.
I had to update the buzzer button. You live to see another day.
Eh,
There you go.
I did it to myself.
All right, Herm. Name one person you wish you had never met.
He's deep in thought.
I don't think I have one specific person that I wish I'd never met. What I have is moments of clarity from time to time that in the moment make me wish that I'd never met certain people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense or
No,
not.
it does. It does.
I try to find a little bit of value in almost everybody, even if you can't serve as even if you can't, you can be a bad example.
Right.
But yeah, I think from time to time, I just wish I'd never met people depending on the situation.
I can say the same thing. Is that you're sitting there listening to him like, how the fuck did I ever get tangled with this person?
And also from
how
the
did- how did this
casino,
happen?
watching Mrs. Brady, cougar a bunch of young studs just ruined my childhood.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, she was in the restaurant one night and was just cougering. Like there was like 3 guys at the yes,
Wow.
complete whore,
Jesus.
Mrs. Brady, and I
know.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Now my childhood's ruined.
Just give me more.
I'm gonna ruin everybody's childhood in one sentence.
Did she want to cover them in that Wesson corn oil too?
Ooh.
Those are my
Uh,
favorite commercials. Watching her make
that might
fried
have
chicken
piqued-
and shit.
That might have piqued my interest.
I'm the whitest woman in the world making fried chicken.
Here it comes.
Here it comes,
Ladies and gentlemen, my
Ah.
co-host, David Duke.
David Duke.
I was not a reference to anything.
Let's see. Let's rewind this just a little bit. The whitest white woman on earth cooking fried chicken is somehow not racist?
She's just very white.
All right, so if that's the case, we need to revisit the whole Paula Deen incident then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I always said the N-word a couple thousand times.
For real,
But it
these
was never-
niggas
it was never
always
on
make good chicken.
It was never on camera, baby. It was never on camera.
These
I'm
people make
innocent.
good chicken, and you
Stop it.
can't take that away from them.
After that, Bubba's mama didn't have to make shrimp for nobody anymore.
They didn't make shrimp for nobody no more.
Of course, mama beat me with a rubber hose and called me a tard.
All the time.
Yep. Every Thursday, like clockwork. All right. Well, you guys, that's why I wanted Derek here. You guys know my answer, but I'm not going to put it out loud because I'm not that kind of guy. I wish I'd never met Tony Danza, though. That ridiculous, drunk-ass prick.
Really?
He was an asshole, and his father could not stop apologizing for him.
Where was this?
William Son.
Really?
Wow.
When he was doing those shows in the Cabaret Theater, he came into one of my outlets and he was causing a scene. Of course, as the manager, they call me. I come running down and he's still pitching a bitch. And I stood my ground. I'm like, you're in my house. We can do this one of 2 ways. We can do it the easy way where you and I talk this out and we can get to the bottom of your problem.
Right.
Or we can do it the hard way, and me and every bit of my staff are going to walk away and leave you standing here with your thumb in your ass.
Yeah, you're yelling at the one person who can help you right now.
Exactly. I am your last best line of defense.
That was a line I used when I was in security there. When some drunk idiot was yelling in there, spitting in my face, and I say, "You're yelling at the one person who can help you right now.
Yep.
If you continue yelling, I'm not listening. You're drunk. You're irrational. Shut up and let me help you."
And if you don't, thank you.
Yep.
Fuck you. Bye.
I have 2 CSP officers sitting in an office somewhere looking for something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who I got that a lot? I got that a lot on the floor. Do you
Oh,
know
my
who I
answer
am?
was always no, but I know who I am. And I got a lot more stroke around here than you do.
Yeah. Well, I'm the guy who's telling you to fucking knock it off.
Yep. I'm the guy who if I can write a line under your name or I can write a line through your name. Pick which one.
Yeah, pick it. I can get an ejection form faster than shit.
I hear you're good at ejection.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Mhm. I read the bathroom wall at the casino. I think you wrote it though.
Great shit here. I'll do that when I'm out on the road.
He used position number 7.
When I'm out on the road and Megan's home like on a weekend, I'll go to a random restroom to take a shit, and I'll send her like a 4-star review. I said last week, I said Savers, East Providence, 4.5 out of 5. Would shit here again.
You know,
clean, good atmosphere, and
You know-
doesn't stink.
you know, I want to be upset by that, but that is fucking genius.
There was an app when the iPhone first came out. There was an app. It was that would rate restrooms.
Oh, that was the toilet app.
Yeah.
You
I had
rated
that motherfucker.
shitters.
I had that motherfucker. I can shit on command, man. I gotta go.
It's the
Wow.
vein.
Yep.
It's the brain pain, coach. Mama gets it when she's upset.
When he's upset.
I have a very, very fine-tuned colon, and I shit regularly at those times. I have to be near a shitter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opinions of Christopher Lynch do not necessarily reflect those of the rest
No,
of Dysfunction
Tell
Junction.
me- Tell me you
No.
don't have a general time frame when you take your first shit of the day.
Yeah, when I wake up.
Okay. Some people are a little bit later, 2 hours later. I know if I get up at 4, by 6:30,
2 hours.
it's knocking on the
That,
door.
15 minutes after the first sip of coffee goes in.
Oh, dude, if I drank coffee still, 10 seconds.
I'm up at 4. I'm up at 5 a.m. The coffee's brewed by quarter after. By 5:30, I have to poop.
Wow. All right, guys, if anybody's still watching, if you have a question, send it in. We'll take one of your questions. Who else has a number 4 they haven't shared yet?
I have a number 4. I want to know, what is your favorite lunch meat?
Mm.
There's a turkey breast. It's like encrusted with black and red pepper,
Oh,
and when they
That's-
slice it, you put it on the salmon. Oh, yeah,
That's really
that's
good.
the one.
that's a good one. I like that.
Very nice. Very, very
I
nice.
like I like a nice, rare Italian roast beef.
Ooh, good.
It's got to be bleeding. That's how I like it.
You better moo when I bite it.
Yeah. Brr.
Cut off its horns, whack its nasty ass, and throw it in the sandwich.
There you
All
go.
right. All
All right,
right.
Herm, what you got?
I am mildly ashamed of.
He's gonna say spam.
No,
Bologna.
no, it's bologna.
Yep, I heard that coming.
It's bologna. It's Wonder Bar beef bologna,
Oh,
and
good.
I know it's just a big hot dog, and I understand it, and I get it, but I eat a pound
Peace
and a
out,
half.
Derek.
Later, my
Derek's
man.
leaving-
Later,
Derek's leaving
Derek.
us 'cause he doesn't
Heard
love
putting the
us anymore.
kitties to bed. I eat about a pound and a half of that shit a week, and it's pretty much my breakfast every morning is a bologna sandwich. I
Most
can,
people
I
have-
think I'm bologna. I
Most
like it.
people have Count Chocula and shit for
yeah,
breakfast, and you
I
eat
make a bologna.
sandwich.
I make a bologna sandwich about 5:30 every morning,
The
and
shit that Herm says.
yeah, and it's delicious.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, what the fuck was that the other day?
Uh-oh.
Shut up, computer.
Oh, great! Here we go. The shit that Lynch is writes down.
Right?
No, no.
He's clocking you, bro. He's clocking you.
Things Herb said that I wrote down.
Yep. And I saved just in case I
And-
needed it.
And I wrote it down just in case I needed it to sculpt money out of somebody.
Oh, love the word usage. Wow.
Yeah.
See, we can be classy when we want to be.
When we want to. It's a choice. Life is about choices.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't remember, but you said it's something that Herm says. Was it?
Oh.
Was it about your tattoo on your tooth?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the tattoo on my tooth.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what? What?
Yeah. I have a tattoo on my tooth. That's the truth. I have a custom crown back here.
Nobody
awesome.
stop it.
Marquis Salomone Morelli.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Fuck that retarded kid.
All right,
Said
did
it's in
everybody-
cash now.
Daddy's home.
Hey, Tom.
If you fall down, we'll pick you up. We ride. We understand.
We understand.
We will pay you pennies on a dollar for your settlement.
Probably. Did everybody get the? Did you get your question 4 out of the way? Lynch.
Oh, yeah, it's on the computer. Hang on.
Good Christ.
What are some things you take for granted in life?
Living. I'm going to be honest. You just don't think your time's ever going to come. And I know everybody's time comes. You know, death comes a calling. We've all gone through it in one way or the other with people we love. But just the fact that when you wake up in the morning, you just don't think about it. You're like, oh, got to do this shit today, and I'm going to scrub my ass and go to work or go do something fun. And you just don't know when that moment's going to hit. So take for granted life, basic life.
I think that's my answer too, because having
Time.
gone through what
Time.
time. It kind of
Because as you approach 50, you start to see time different
different. Oh, trust
as
me.
you get
Yeah.
older. Like time just seems to pass faster the older you get.
I
When
am
I was
so
a kid-
glad I'm not near 50.
Heard.
There you are.
Past it.
Shut up. man. No, I'm not past it.
He lapped that shit. What's
Not
up?
yet.
When I was a kid, 8, 10, 12 years old, summer vacation was forever. And now,
Now you
Well,
fart in June
remember-
and
well,
it's August.
Yeah, remember when you were 7? Like 25 was old.
Yeah.
And now like 60 ain't that old. Like that's not really that old. That's
No.
you can still do all kinds of shit
Well,
at
and-
60. Like
I just turned 50 back in August, so I don't feel like I'm 50. My mindset is like a 20-year-old, because most of my friends, like you guys, we have still have that young mind, and think ridiculous shit is funny. The absurd stuff is funny. The dirty stuff is funny. You know,
Mhm.
just funny to us. Making fart jokes make us laugh, like watching Clerks or whatever shit like that. And I surround myself by people like that, so I take it for granted that I have that attitude, or that collectively have that attitude as a group, that we don't think.
Mhm.
I mean, I joke about it all the time. Like when you invited me to that concert, my
Mhm.
50-year-old ass can't handle that shit anymore.
My 50-year-old ass had the best time.
And I don't think age or anything like that should be an obstacle. Do
You
what
just know
wanna
your
do.
limits at this point.
Yeah, you set good guidelines and limits on what you can do the night before you got to work.
And that's why when you couldn't go, I brought the Undertaker, because if I got in the pit, he could just drag my dead carcass out, and I'm
I
all
would've-
taken care of.
I wouldn't have been able to help you.
That's why I brought Derek the Undertaker.
But yeah, I like your answer too, Hermes, time, because take it for granted. I mean, perfect example. My days off, I sit down, have my breakfast, get up, and next thing you know, it's 10 o'clock. I get up at 6. Where the fuck did those 4 hours go? But when you're sitting at work, that clock is doing backwards.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
And it's amazing how our concept of time is when we're in our home zone, or in our own home, versus when you're somewhere else and you're like, just make this fucking event end, or let's get this over with so I can go home.
Right.
As Herm takes a big old rip.
There you go.
Dragon. That's your new nickname, Dragon.
I agree. Time.
All right. So we got the 2 bonus questions, unless Herm wrote down a question 6.
No, I'm good.
All right. You know what? I'm going to throw this one at you. Give me your question 6, my man. You're gonna put your thumbs together.
Huh? What? My
Question
number
6.
6.
Yeah, we're
My
gonna do
number
the
6.
bonus questions.
Right, but bonus 6.
Next time we do this, though, people, and we'll remind you because we're doing this live. You'll get to ask questions from your own hat,
That's right.
and Herm will pick the best of the best.
Yep.
What is something that most people consider to be a luxury, but you don't think you could live without it?
I can answer that one right off the rip.
Go ahead.
The $8 a pound beef bologna that I eat for sandwiches every morning. No, but literally, my father's like, that bologna is good, but I'm not paying no $8 a pound for that shit. I'm like, it's the only lunch meat I buy, and I'm buying it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
All right.
I'll eat that $2 a pound bologna. Ooh.
Yeah, I guess mine would have to be a food product too, because every Thursday I get myself a Jersey Mike sub, and I don't need to spend $15 on a sub, but every bite is worth every fucking penny.
Yeah.
It's not a need. You know, milk, butter, all that bullshit.
You
those
could
are
find a cheaper
necessities.
sandwich,
Y-
but
yeah, but it
you
wouldn't be
choose
as
that
good.
one.
It
Right.
wouldn't be as
And that's
good.
me. Like I don't do major drugs. I don't have a lot of fucked up hobbies. I spend my money on better food.
There you go.
Well, that's food was my answer. You know, because people will say, "Hey, what'd you have for dinner last night?" I had a nice cut of fillet or a nice New York or a prime rib. You know, people are like, hey, you can afford that? It's not about whether I can afford it. It's because I want it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm going to splurge,
And yes, I can afford it.
Obviously, because I bought it.
Right, because I bought it, but yes, I can afford it, and because I work really hard and I put in the time and effort that I put in, I don't have a problem spending that kind of money on a meal. I think I
Yeah.
deserve it, and I think the people that in the household that make the money and make that shit happen all deserve that too. Like,
Amen.
You know, like people were questioning how Megan and I bought our two toy cars this summer. It's because we saved. We're good with our money. Megan is fantastic at a budget. If you let me do the budget, we'd be broke.
You'd
I
be
see something I
Mac
want.
broke. You wouldn't even get the cheese. You'd be Mac
No,
broke.
I'd be Mac broke.
you just be Kraft. That's it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even be mac and cheese. He'd just be, I'm Kraft. That's what do you do? That's it. I'm Kraft.
I'm eating cardboard box tonight.
Yeah, the blue box would be his dinner.
He'd be like, for real. He'd be like Walmart spirals and cheese. He'd be.
You put a fire in charge of that budget, we'd be fucking broke, right? 'Cause
I got
see
one word for him: helper.
Yeah.
Helper.
Who needs a hamburger? Tastes good just by
Hamburger.
itself.
We can't afford hamburger. We just eating helper.
What you think? We rich?
We'll grab some squirrels off the road, and we'll have squirrel helper.
Squirrel helper.
Squirrel helper. Welcome to Missouri. Would you like some squirrel helper?
Oh my
Off the
shit.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
They're
All
not that bad actually. Lamb fries aren't that bad.
All right.
I'll
So I
take
think
your
we
word
got
for it.
everybody's luxury out of you.
I
Our
think
last
so.
question of the evening. You can erase one restaurant, be it private or chain, from the face of the earth. What restaurant is it?
Olive Garden.
Amen to you.
No, they're good for soup, salad, and breadsticks. That's it.
That's about all they're
Oh,
good for.
That's all they're good
that's
for.
Not, that's not Italian food.
They're
And
good.
shit service. They're,
They're
good for
good.
that too.
They're good for it would have to be like, for me, it'd really be any chain restaurant. It's pretty much any chain restaurant on the planet.
No, Mr. Rule Breaker. It says erase one restaurant.
No,
from
I
the
know,
chain.
I know,
You don't
and
get to erase all of them.
no, it would be all of them, but I would say it would have to be like, it'd have to be like Applebee's. Just
It's all the same menu.
the microwave saute station just has to go.
Yeah.
All right.
You go to Applebee's, you go to what is it, Red Robin, or any of those other places like that.
Well, Red Robin's
Really?
just a burger place. I'll be all over that shit. But
I
like
got two
Chili's,
bottles of their
Chili's and shit,
seasoning.
it's all the same menu.
Ruby Tuesdays. Again, Ruby Tuesdays. The only saving grace on them is that fucking salad bar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's all the same menu, just called different. It's all the same menu items, just called something different. It's all the same food.
Bring
It's all
back
frozen.
Ponderosa.
Amen to that.
Bonanza even.
Yep. Bring
I
back
love
Ponderosa. I like watching that dude cook my steak.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah, baby. Cook my meat.
Oh, if it was me, I'm taking a chain restaurant. I love your Olive Garden because I hate them just as much as you do.
Yeah.
I've eaten there maybe 8 times. I've gotten one good meal. I'm never going back. I don't give a fuck if you pay me in breadsticks and soup. Fuck off. I'm not gonna do it. But it's
Yeah, I
hard
never
to-
order anything there other than like a plate of spaghetti and meatballs. That's it. Just
That's hard to
'cause
fuck up.
It's that.
Yeah,
It's
well.
that is. Yeah.
I'm taking and I am obliterating. I am hitting the red button. I am asking someone for the codes to the nukes and kiss my ass and say goodbye, you greasy ass Long John Silvers.
Never eaten one. Never eaten one.
They suck.
Oh, they're not bad out here. I got to be honest. I've eaten a Long John Silver's here. They're not bad. I mean, they're the same as Arthur Treacher's or any of that.
Zaxby's.
They're the fish and chips. They're the fish and chips of as
They're the
Popeyes.
IHOP of seafood.
Right. They're the
Yeah.
Popeyes of fish and chips.
yeah.
It's
You keep your filthy whore mouth off the good goddamn name of Popeyes. And you know this.
I can't do it. Oh, you like Popeyes?
I love Popeyes.
don't fuck with that chicken sandwich, Lynch. I'll fuck you up.
I just don't get it. I can't do Chick-fil-A either. I don't see it.
Popeyes is life.
I don't see the use in it. I tried Chick-fil-A when I was in Virginia. Couldn't get it.
You
couldn't get around it.
you pee sitting down.
I do sometimes.
I'm not really big on
really.
I'm not big on Chick-fil-A. I've only eaten once at the one at the casino back home, and I wasn't impressed.
Not worth it.
The dipping
I
sauce
mean,
for the fries,
it's not
I love.
it's not a Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Yeah. I don't like either of them. Just personal preference.
I can tell you right now, though, y'all need to try yourselves a Carl's Jr. burger.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I love Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr.
There's one literally like I could spit and hit a Carl's Jr. from here, and it's
Nice.
delicious.
That'd be dangerous for me.
Well,
I'm
since
at
we went
$5 a
from the
pound.
IHOP of seafood to burger joints, White Castle can suck a bag of dick too.
Oh, but White Castle got a place. Like, there's nothing like eating a 30 box and
After your night of really getting obliterated.
after getting really fucked up. There's nothing like plowing like 32 sliders.
That's the only reason you ever went to IHOP.
It's the only time you ever go to IHOP or
I mean-
White Castle is drunk.
Yeah.
If you're sober, you drive right by it. It doesn't even register.
Well, you're sober, you know what it tastes like, and you're like, I ain't eating that shit. When you're fucked up, it's an option. And you got $9 in your pocket, you can get a full breakfast at IHOP and a box of sliders from White Castle.
For real.
Unlimited
For
coffee,
real.
too.
Yes.
The endless cup.
Cup of coffee.
Yes.
We used to spend hours in there after the club. or
Dude,
whatever
remember we used to go there and just sit there and play cards all night? They'd come in about just a little bit before 7 o'clock and tell us, all right, guys, you got to put the cards away. You ain't got to leave, but you got to put the cards away.
When we were little, my brother found a quarter bag of cocaine in the booth.
Wow.
Nice.
I guess somebody left it there and they figured that, I leave it here. He's going to come and sit in this booth. And out of the corner of his eye, he saw a quarter. And he's like, look, I found a quarter. And he picks up this bag and there's my old man, a cop, going, give me that son of a bitch.
I gotta go test its authenticity.
No, he put
I
it in
know.
his pocket and he called his friend who worked for Groton Town and passed it off. I don't know whatever happened to it. I don't ask questions about Dad's work. Never have, never will. And
I watched a junkie over OD in the Groton bathroom.
Nice.
A woman.
interesting.
Very
she was
interesting.
She was trying to get into the women's room. We were all sitting down, and we all heard clunk, 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 bang. Well, she fell down because she couldn't get the women's door open because someone was in there, and then she started clawing at the men's room, and then she just started foaming at the mouth and shit. That was no bueno.
Very nice.
3 a.m. after the club. Good times. Good times.
Very nice. All right.
You got me thinking about junkies ODing in the bathroom.
I saw it at the casino too.
I never saw that, but I saw a dude fall off the escalator and smack his fucking head against the wall.
That
Ooh,
I will
that's
never-
nice.
I will never forget that. Because it was on grave shift,
Yeah.
and I was the supervisor that night. Oh, wow! That guy.
All
was
right.
cool.
All right, gentlemen. I think we've done another show.
I think we
we
have.
did.
I
Number
think we've done
39.
another show.
We're going to be back on our regular schedule. This is
That's
beautiful.
right. That's right.
And Herm will have the episode up. He had a lot going on this week, so the latest quote unquote episode that dropped yesterday.
Yeah, is last
Is-
week's.
Right. But this one will come out.
So you're getting back to back this week.
There
That's
you go.
right.
Twice the dysfunction.
Bonus Jones.
Bonus Jones. All right, my man.
I got to hear some drums because if not, I can't do the close. Now I hear the drums. Don't
There they are.
forget, live now every week, Facebook, YouTube. Be interactive. Ask us questions. And also send any show ideas, questions, comments, or concerns to junctiondysfunctionshow@gmail.com. And with the rest of the closing, I give you Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Me will join us again next week. We don't know what we're talking about yet, right?
Nope.
We
No,
had a couple
not yet.
ideas. We had that one idea we bounced around today. I like that.
Yeah. We
Talk
did.
about
We
that.
did. We got a couple of ideas that are brewing.
We'll be here. We're going to hope for 6 o'clock is our regular schedule. Next week, undisclosed location here in Oakdale, Connecticut. And everybody, please have a great week.
Peace.
Sleep soundly in your beds tonight. Judgment falls upon you at first light. Hand of God, the darkness Zion,
You can't see me. You can't see me.